Hey, everybody, we are live on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network here with the Cyber Thunder Rising Star Series. We're at Pocono. It's the Tricky Triangle. These guys are only making 3 turns tonight. Kind of feels like 6 sometimes. At the Triangle, 60 laps out here for these Rising Stars drivers. Should be a pretty good race. We've got one bushwhacker in the field. Let me get off this, and we'll see if we can find him. He likes running these races. Front row, Kyle Nadeau, seeing if he can go from the back to the front. But you see it there. Look at your timing board. You got William Kern up top. Ed Jurgen pretty much dead even. It's 100th. 100th separates the top two. It doesn't show it on our timing board. I can see it on my other timing and scoring. So that should be a lot of fun. And especially, I'm going to do it the junkie way. When we look at this, let's make it bigger so we can see it. You got William, the top guy in points. Jacob Bowen in 5th, or 5 points behind, and Ed Jurgen 24 points behind the leader. We're getting down to it. This is week 8 for the Rising Star Series. We've only got 3 more races in the regular season. And then we go playoff racing. So it's time to go. It's time to try to get it done. Oh, Mark's wrecked. Let's see. Matt Hall out here getting a bunch of practice in. Usual suspects. Nathan Dufton out here. Mr. Dave Gain 4th in that raid car. Let's see who else is on track. Jeremy Flanagan. See what? I haven't seen William Kern out on track a lot. Maybe he got practice in on his own. Feeling so confident he doesn't need to get out here and show these guys what he can do. Came out and put down a fast one. And it's just been in the pits. Oh, Kyle into the wall as we're watching. Oh, Kyle's really into the wall. He's missing a piece. He gone. Don't expect to see a bunch of that tonight. Just the kind of track it is. Once you get on old tires, it's more pushy than it is loose, more slidey. So usually these races, the beginning everybody's right next to each other, and then after that they kind of spread out. It's kind of like Indy. You got to get the run down the straightaway to make the pass. Set it up a turn before. Be nice and smooth. Take care of your tires. 60 laps. I want to say, I was told it's a little over 20 to 22, somewhere in that range on a fuel run, so we should have 2 pit stops. I'm getting tires every time. These guys do have 1 roll of flex tape, so if they bang up that bumper too much, and aerodynamics matter here, you bang up that bumper too much, come in and get that roll of flex tape, put on the car, get back out. It's one of my favorite places to race. I enjoy it. Turn 2 is a tricky one. Matter of fact, let's hop in with front row. Mr. Kyle Nadeau. You see his wheel there. He had to counter steer. That's coming out of turn 1. It's a little loose on new tires. Old tires that the front end wants to go. This is the tricky turn. The car's just ooh-wee. And down into turn 3, it's 3 very different turns. Turn 3 is a big, kind of flat, almost Indianapolis-like turn. It's really important you get a good run out of turn 3 because this is a super, super long straightaway. So you want to get as much speed as you can, and Kyle's done. Let's see where Mark is. Same place. Okay. "18 seconds left here in practice, and then we'll get this qualifying underway. Get these guys out on the track. There we go. Who's going to be the first one out? Let's see. There, we see him. First guy rolling off. Mr. Mark Morton. Looks like Matt Hall is coming out on track. Got a whole bunch of takers now. Tell you what, I want to ride around with this guy. Just going to sit there. We'll ride with Ed first since Ed's already on track. These were the guys that were tied at the top of the board. See Ed a little loose out of 2. This is just his warm-up lap, his exit lap. Oh, just heard the 48s. Getting that end the longest line for missing the driver's meeting. Mark's going to have work to do. Here comes Ed down for his first lap. Set in the passenger seat here with Ed. Nice and smooth out of turn 1. Let's move over. There we go. And he's in the throttle pretty good there in turn 2. Looks nice. Little counter steer out of 3. That does put Ed to the top with a 54.8. William coming across in 3rd. Have to see who else is coming across. Jacob Bowen coming across for his first lap. He jumps up to 2nd. Here comes Ed for his 2nd lap. Should be his faster lap. It was not. First one was the fastest, so we'll see. The 101, the 72 coming across. Doesn't look like they improved their positions. Matt Hall currently sitting in 2nd. He put in a burner with a 54.9. Where's William? Oh, I lost it. Here he goes. He's coming across the line. Stays in 5th. Stays in 5th. Jacob, see if Jacob can get it done and knock Ed off. He had jumped up into 2nd after his first lap, and then Matt Hall come and knocked him out of that 2nd place. Here he goes across the line. Does he move up? Looks like he stays the same. As confirmed, first lap was the fast one. Don't see anybody else on track. Mr. Flanagan, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he went away. Jacob's just going to keep coming around. Probably pack this pit entry. I would. If you can get pit entry right here, it's an advantage. Plus, sometimes they move the cone on you. Cone will be earlier than you think it will. He's coming in easy. Just checking to see where the cone is. Right at the front. It's a long pit lane. That's not your box, sir. Six seconds left in qualifying. There we go. Oh, that's not what we want. How about this button? There it is. You see it. Ed Jurgen there on the pole. Matt Hall outside pole. Jacob Bowen in third. Mark Morton qualified in the fourth spot, but he's going to have to go to the back. William Kern in fifth. Nate Dufton in sixth. Chris Letts seventh. Dave gained fourth in eighth. Jeremy Flanagan in ninth. Kyle Nadeau didn't take a lap. Paul Turner did not take a lap, so that's 10th and 11th. That is our field for this evening. We're waiting on here, guys. Oh, there they go. There they're rolling off. Ed's gonna lead the way. He will have lane choice there. See the 48 in the background. Pulling out of the way. Serving his penalty. Going to the back. Give you a good look at these race cars. Again, Ed Jurgen. Matt Hall's going to be on the outside, it looks like. Nate Dufton right behind him. Jacob Bowen, second row inside. William Kern will be on the inside, I believe. Chris Letts there on the inside. Dave Gainforth should scoot up there. Mr. Flanagan. You see Kyle Nadeau. Got to come from the back. Mark back here in the back. And Paul back here in the back. It's a long pace lap. It's a long front stretch, but here we are up here with Barney. And Green, we're underway. See him fanning out. Looks like Jacob Bowen's going to try to get it. Going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Like Jacob Bowen worked his way through there, up 2 spots, took the lead. Matt Hall still kind of on the outside, wanting to squeeze in there behind Ed, get down in that preferred racing line. Look at that line of cars. See Kyle Nadeau still back there in the back. This early, it's all about patience. Car's pretty loose still. Saw some wiggles back here. See, Mark's already made his way up a couple spots from where he started, having to start in the back. Looks like Ed got around Matt for second. Ed Jurgen, your pole sitters, looking at working his way back up to the front. Mark Morton's up to sixth. He's not wasting any time. He's trying to get back up front. Matt Hall with a little wiggle. Back there, it looks like William was looking under Nathan for fourth. So going to do it into turn one, get that draft down the front straight. Going to back out, let him have the line. Looking back here at Kyle, he got around Dave Gainforth, so Kyle's in seventh. Mark Morton putting pressure on William there. He started in the back. He's up to sixth. Five laps in. Like the front two are starting to pull away slightly from Matt Hall in third. They've got a pretty decent gap back there to Nathan Dufton in fourth. Well, Jacob had a little wiggle there, but Ed gets the run to his outside. Can he clear for turn three? He does. Gets down into that preferred racing line. Ed trying to snake the draft. Trying to break it. Doesn't want Jacob getting that run into turn one. Looks like Ed got a little loose there out of one. It's going to give Jacob a run down this short chute. Ed playing a little defensive, a half a lane in. It's a pretty good battle from the top three. They have stretched it out over that second group. Looking back at that group, and look at the last two cars in that group. They started in the back. So you know these guys got fast cars. They've already caught up here. Nathan's currently in fourth. Williams looking underneath, trying to take that spot away. You got Mark Morton. Is he patient enough? Kyle's going to look under him. Mark went really high there into one. Should get a pretty good run out. Back up front, Ed still leads. Jacob in second. Not letting him get away. Oh, somebody touched the wall. Looked like Jacob. Maybe Ed. Maybe Ed, and it scared Jacob. I'm not sure. Somebody touched it. No, I think it was Jacob. From back here, I see too wide. William Kern, is he going to clear? He does clear Nathan going down the front stretch. Working lap number 8. See Mark trying to look under Nathan. Never was a comfortable spot for me going here into the tunnel turn. Turn 2, side by side. Nathan does the wise thing and kind of lets out, let Mark have the spot. It's a long race. Kyle got a really good run out of 3 there. You saw him get right up on Nathan's bumper. Had to dive it down low. We'll have the preferred line into turn 1. Move Mark Morton up to 5th. Kyle Nadeau up to 6th. These guys started in the back, guys. Tell you what, this top 3 has not separated, but they better watch out. Because you see that guy in the red car back there. Got that red front end. William was the fastest in practice. Last lap, he was the fastest car on the racetrack. So. We're looking for the lead here. Jacob's trying to take a look under Ed Jurgen. Ed's going to have the line coming out of the corner, that top line. You need the whole racetrack to complete that pass. See that run Ed got down the front stretch. Jacob's got drafting help from behind. Matt pushing him a little bit. And William is catching these guys. Once again, fastest car on the track. Took him a little while to get going. He might have let his tires come in. Not push so hard at the beginning, but he is catching these guys quickly. Here's the Matt Halls. Whoa, hang on, Matt. Matt really fast for that turn. Got him the wall. Well, let's look back here. That should give William the look, yeah. Matt a little wiggly into 3. Williams looking underneath. Yeah. Got a better rotation through the middle. Should clear down the front stretch here. There he goes. Move William Kern up to 3rd. These 2 guys back here, I think Kyle's just hanging out in line behind Mark, getting the draft help, waiting until they catch that front pack, and they are coming. Kyle Nadeau, the fastest car on the track last lap. Mark Morton right behind him. Kyle really high in turn 2. Up front, Ed Jurgen still leads the way, still out front. I guess we got to do this, don't we? Ba-ding. Top spot still belongs to Ed Jurgen. Right behind him all night. They've swapped the spot a couple times. Jacob, Bowen, William Kern. He's up 2 spots. He's pretty fast. He has caught these leaders. Matt Hall. Oh, I got to go back up front, guys. We got... Oh, he didn't make it stick. He was looking. Jacob was looking. Okay. Matt Hall back here in 4th. Behind that, you got Kyle Nadeau has gotten around Mark Morton in 6th, and I'm just going to go back to the leaders because they look like they're getting dicey up here. So get that out of here, and let's just watch this battle. William caught up. Jacob said, I got to go. Oh, Ed into the wall. That's going to slow him down, bring Jacob right to him. See Ed a little higher there in turn 3 than Jacob or William. Jacob was able to get a better run. Take that run down the front stretch. William pulls right up to Ed's bumper. It's really high. Jacob should have the run here through 1 and 2 to clear. He does. You see Matt Hall pulling out of the way for Kyle and Mark back there. Williams right on Ed's bumper. Gonna look in turn 2. Ed is under fire. Jacob's trying to run away. He knows Williams coming. Those guys are teammates. Jacob wants to get away from him as fast as possible. Ed's going to surrender another spot here. Oh, hang on. Right out by the wall. I'm not sure if he touched it. Had to correct. See Jacob pulling down, trying to give his teammate the draft help. They better watch out behind him because Kyle Nadeau is coming. William is going to clear Ed this time. Ed's going to try to get down in that racing line. Try to get some of that draft help, not lose touch with these front 2. 14 laps in, probably 6 to 8 laps away from green flag pit stops at a 60-lap race. I would come at 20. I would get those fresh tires as soon as possible. These guys are almost 2 seconds off their fast times, off the fastest lap they have turned, so tires have fallen off quite a bit. Look at Kyle in there. He can see that lane up. I like the way he enters that turn. Allows you to get a pretty dang good run out of that turn. Kind of straighten it out. And the front 2 have pulled away from Ed. Still the fastest car on the track is that 97. Front row. Kyle Nadeau trying to get out there on the front row. We'll have to start penalizing Kyle a little more. Only let him take left sides on his first stop. Should clear Ed here in 1. The front 2 are checking out. They gone. Kyle has brought Mark there with him. He does clear Ed, is able to slide up in front. Kyle got a good run out of 2 there. He's going to set sail, try to catch these 2. Jacob Bowen, William Kern. Jacob has a 1.5-second lead over Kyle Nadeau, so can Kyle close that down, catch these 2, make it a 3-way battle for the lead as William looks underneath Jacob, looking underneath his teammate. The longer these guys ride side by side, the better it is for Kyle. There, William clearing through in 1. Puts William up 4 spots. Oh, nope, not quite clear. Jacob battles back on the outside. They're going to go into turn 2 side by side. Oh, they are. Hang on, fellas. That's some close stuff. But you see what happens. See that 97 comes right into frame. That's what happens when you battle side by side. Slows you down. 97's there. See these 3 Chevy Camaros running away from the field. Lap number 18. Kyle taking the high line in 1 and 2, trying to get that run out. The leaders are side by side again. Gonna go through turn 2 side by side again. Jacob really high this time. Gave Kyle a run through 2. Looking to the outside of Jacob. Backs off in 3. He's going to try to get a better run out of turn 3 here. That's brought Mark Morton, Ed Jurgen right back to him. These guys battling. So our top 5 are right there. See Matt Hall in the background. He's in 6th. But your top 5 are all right together. It's like Ed's fallen off this pack just a little bit now that they're single file. Now, if I'm Mark or Kyle, shoot, I may come down 1 lap early. Like right here. See that they didn't. We'll see if anybody does. Just to try to jump these leaders. 1 extra lap on those fresh tires could be everything. Then you don't have to pass them on the track. You don't have to mess with the time it takes to get by them. Looks like Kyle's looking under Jacob. Jacob really high in turn 2 there. It's going to give Kyle the look underneath. Clears before turn 3. That's going to pull Mark right to his bumper. Again, we'll see if anybody peels off and pits this time. Doesn't look like it. Oh, Ed Jurgen, your 5th place car. First one to come into the pits. See if anybody else comes with them. Like back there, Dave Gain 4th. I'm telling you, 2 seconds a lap on fresh tires, man. These guys let Ed get 2 laps in. That's 4 seconds he makes up. So, best case scenario for Ed is these guys come this time. Ed gets clean track. He gets 1 lap on these fresh tires. Gives them a chance to kind of leapfrog, and then they got to work their way back by him. William is checked out. He's pulled away from Kyle over a second after Kyle took over 2nd place. Jacob Bowen's back here under fire from Mark Morton. See if these guys coming through turn 3. Sounds like they're checking up. Yep, William Kern coming to the pits. It's like all of them. Oh, Jacob's coming in hot. It's a really, really aggressive pit entry. We'll see if Jacob gets a penalty for that. Saw him pass Kyle Nadeau there. William had to back up. William Kern slid through his box. Looks like Paul Turner, you saw him in reverse there. Kyle is away. Jacob is away. William is away. Mark Morton is away. These 4 come out right together. See what that does for Ed. Where's Ed? So you see Ed here coming full steam at these guys. These guys are exiting. They're in turn 1, so Ed didn't gain that much. But he is right there with them. How about this guy, Mark Morton? Had to start in the back, missed the driver's meeting. Drove through the field and is in 2nd. We are a third of the way through 23 laps of 60. Okay, they're spread out enough. I'm going to try to run through this top 10 really quick. All right, Jacob Bowen up there up front. Mr. Mark Morton drove from the back to the front. He's in second. William Kern is in third. Front row, Kyle Nadeau is in fourth. Ed Jurgen back here in fifth. Matt Hall is in sixth. Nate Dufton in seventh. Mr. Dave Gain fourth. You saw him right there behind Nathan. He's in eighth. Paul Turner, the fastest chicken in the South. He's back there in ninth. 10th place, Jeremy Flanagan. Rounding out the field, Mr. Chris Letts. All right, back up front. This pack's getting tight. Let's follow around. I'm trying to find a good camera that lets us see all of them. I guess this one. I'll put it on Mr. William Kern. Like Mark got a little high there out of 2. Front 2 have kind of separated from the back 2. Now we saw William take it easy on his tires last time and then went by everybody. Could be doing the same thing this time. Saw Ed in the wall there right behind these guys. Oh, no, that's not Ed. There's Ed. Just a little tap. See, he's a little crunched on that right side. Oh, he's doing it again. Upset Sim Racing's going to be really upset with you, Ed. Jacob Bowen leading the way. And this is not what you usually see at Pocono. Usually you'll see one car, maybe 2, break away from the field. To have 4 or 5 cars right next to each other. So this deep into the race. Mark Morton looking. He's looking. He wants to put that Toyota up front, and he is going to look under Jacob going into the tunnel turn. Oh, hang on. Oh, my mistake. Turn 3. For a second, we were side by side by side. Yeah. It's probably too many sides. Or not enough sides. I'm not sure. Front 4 still 2 packs of 2. Front pack of 2 is pulling away from that second group. Jacob and Mark are just slightly pulling away from William back there. Oh, Bang! Mark Morton hard into the wall. That's going to slow him down. Seems to have slowed Jacob down too. Maybe Mark wasn't pushing or was pushing more than it looked. There he goes. Jacob's able to kind of pull away. That damage for Mark is going to show its ugly head. You can't hit the wall that hard and just maintain. Not at a track like this. Oh, he's doing it. He's proving me wrong. He's hanging on to that second spot, but Jacob Bowen has definitely pulled away. Saw a little wiggle there out of William. Kyle checked up and got out of it. That created separation. Tell you what, it's pretty impressive that the 48 hit the wall that hard and is still driving in second place. I figured these guys would have got by him almost instantly. That's a big impact. That was a lot of smack on that right side. Smack's not good for you, kids. Don't do smack. I don't even know what is smack. Heroin? I don't know. Shouldn't talk about that on YouTube. Back to racing. Back here, where'd Ed? Ed's dropped off quite a bit from these guys. Ed can see him still. We can hear him. Ride with Ed. You can see that group of 4 in front of him. They are getting smaller and smaller. Matt Hall back here behind Ed. Nate behind Matt. They're just kind of spread out. Hall did just get around Dave. Mr. Flanagan back here in 3. Mr. Letts is in the pits. That front 4 just hanging out. You guys want to talk to somebody while they're racing? Sounds like fun. I did it. He said I could. Kyle. What's going on out there, bud?
Oh, not much. Just having some fun, you know. These cars are, you can't really get away from each other, so, you know, it's kind of just a little mini restrictor plate track, but it's not too bad. It's kind of fun.
Now, are you surprised that 48? I know you had to see him hit the wall a minute ago. Are you surprised he's hanging on up there?
I am. Now, it looked like he kind of tagged it with the right rear, so it's not too important. But I know also William kind of tagged it too, but here they go racing side by side down in the corner, but not quite. William was quite there. Mark looks like he's going to push up, getting the draft to Jacob Bowen. And, yeah, smooth sailing all the way down to the tunnel turn. My car is kind of pushing a little tight behind these guys, but other than that, no, it's a pretty good, fun race.
So are you just hanging out back there? Are you waiting, or are you doing everything you can?
Just kind of observing, you know, doing everything I can to keep on to these guys. Back bumper here. Jacob Bowen got an amazing pit stop. Uh-oh. A little bit of contact here? Nope, not quite.
They're really close.
It looks like they're close. Bowen got an amazing pit road entry. I saw that coming from a mile away, and I'm like, I'm just going to move over here.
Yeah, he picked up 2 spots on pit lane, which was uber helpful. Okay, Kyle, I'm going to kick you back down. I don't want to mess up your little battle there.
No worries. Got to put on a show.
All right, get Kyle out of here. There you go. In-car commentary from the 97. He can do it all. Front row Kyle Nadeau. He can yap at you. He can drive a race car. He can make maple syrup, guys. I don't know if that's true, but he likes maple syrup quite a bit. This battle side for side. William Kern was able to get around Mark there. Whoa, hang on. Mark got a good run out of 2. Gonna let Kyle get to the outside. Oof. These guys aren't playing. So William up to second. Kyle Nadeau up to third. Mark Morton, that drops him back to fourth. 34 laps into this run. Should have one more pit stop based on they are 13 laps. So, I mean, lap 42-ish if they go about the same distance that they did last time. They're kind of spread out now. All that passing just kind of scooted them away from each other. Kyle is catching William. Let's see. Last lap, William was the fastest car on the racetrack. I think Kyle was making the pass of Mark that lap, so we'll see this lap. Williams definitely caught Jacob. They're pulling away from Mark. Let's check this lap by. Kyle Nadeau, fastest car on the track that time, out of these three. Everybody that's crossed the line so far. Kyle Nadeau going to look under William Kern for second. We just pulled him up in the booth. Got them all sparked up, fired up, ready to go. Kyle does clear for second. William going to look. Oh, no. He decided he's going to tuck back in Kyle's draft there. Draft him down the front stretch. Maybe peek out going into one. He's going to stay in line. Hang on. That's really close. Meanwhile, Mark has dropped off pace. Mark is a second and a half back from your leader, Jacob Owen. Top three breaking away. This next pit stop, I expect Mark to come in as soon as he knows he can make it to the end. Get that roll of flex tape. I'm going to look back under Kyle for a second. Nope. Man, this is a good battle for the front, guys. Like usually at these races, somebody pulls away. Somebody just breaks out from the pack. Just kind of stretches it out to have 24 to go and have three cars right here, right next to each other. Good stuff. Putting on a show. Get you some popcorn ready. Cheese and crackers. It's going to be just like wrestling. William got a good run out of one there. Got up to Kyle's bumper. Oh, William sent it into three. Holy cow. Kyle off his line just a tad. He's going to look under. Tuck back in line. Again, that is your points leader in third. Second place in points up there leading the race. We've only got 2 races after this one before we make it to the playoffs. Kyle got a really good run there. He's right to Jacob's bumper. William gets a really good run through 3. It's like they have different corners that they're all fast at. That's back here. Mark is pit. Mark is in the pits. Gonna get that damage fixed. Gonna be the first guy on fresh tires. He can make it from here. Will that bring the leaders in next lap? Ed come down. Ed is 20 laps into his tire run. Back up front. It's not changed. It's the same 3 fellers. See through turn 2 here. Kyle usually gets a pretty good run. Gets right to Jacob's bumper. Pulls away from William a bit. And in turn 3, William gets a better run. Well, looks like we're going to the pits, guys. Kyle's not going to let Jacob get that big old run on him this time. Yeah, they stayed nose to tail. Should just push him in. Get him a black flag. Speed him up. Speed him up. Shoot, Williams should have done that to both those guys. Just kind of gave him a little shove. That's going to put Matt Hall out front. Get some bonus points. Like Kyle was in his box well. Jacob, William, all 3. Go back here to Kyle. He'll be the first one to pull away. Left sides. Gassing it up. He's going to clear. Oh, Kyle with a good pit stop. Gets ahead of the other 2. That could have been the pass for the win, guys. The way we've seen how hard it is for these guys to pass each other. And look, Mark right there. Mark took advantage of these fresh tires. He is caught back up. Let's see. Our leader, Matt Hall, staying out. Nate Dufton using the grass, pulling off the left sides. Paul Turner coming down. Kyle Nadeau's kind of pulling away from these guys. You don't want to see that. Front row, Kyle Nadeau. Matt Hall still on the racetrack. Coming around through 3 this time. He is gonna pit. It's gonna put it back up to this group. 19 to go. Kyle Nadeau on the front row. Yep, I just did that. Kyle's stretching it out too, guys. As this cycles, yeah, you can see he's a half second out over Jacob. Williams there behind him. Can these guys close it down? Can they catch back up? Kyle Nadeau. See, they are pulling away from Mark a bit. William really loose out of 2 there. Kyle is stretching it out. 0.7. 17 to go. Those guys just waiting on their tires to come in. Gonna run them back down. Really high in one there. Guess he didn't want to run over the bump. There's a bump right in the middle of turn one on the bottom. Jacob was able to cut that down to 0.5. He lost 2/10 riding that high line in one. This is the turn though. Kyle seems to be faster than the other two. Going through the tunnel turn. Didn't gain that much that time. Jacob's kind of pulling away from William. All right, they're settled down. Let's run through the field with 16 to go. Front row, Kyle Nadeau up front. Mr. Jacob Bowen hanging out in second place. William Kern in third. Mark Morton right where he qualified and then started from the back and then had to get back up here to his qualifying spot is in fourth. Mr. Ed Jurgen back here in fifth place. Matt Hall riding around in sixth place. Nate Dufton in seventh. Right behind him you see Dave Gain fourth. He is in eighth. Paul Turner, Fast Chicken South back here in ninth. Jeremy Flanagan in 10th. And Chris still in the pits. Probably done for the day. Rounds out our field. Kyle Nadeau still at about a half second. Oh, I gotta get that off the screen. Nobody wants to see. So it looks to me by the eyeball test, those guys are catching him. They're not letting him get away. Yeah, we're down to 0.4 so they're gaining back in. Maybe Kyle's taking it easy right there. Turn two is the one that we've seen Kyle be faster, but Jacob was able to maintain the gap. If anything, shrink it some. $15 to go. 14 to go. Caution free at Pocono in the Cyber Thunder Rising Star Series. And these Xfinity cars, these are my favorite cars to drive. Looking, I mean, this is the only battle on the track, guys. Everybody else is by themselves. The closest other one, we'll jump back here. Dave Gainforth in 8th and Paul Turner in 9th, but these guys aren't really that close. You can see the gap there. Back up front. Kyle's back out to a half second. Second over William Kern. 13 to go. Can they do anything with them? Kyle to go, coming to 11 to go. Oh, nope, it is 12 to go. I should pay more attention, I guess. It just popped up on my phone, guys, if you haven't seen it. Legendary IU coach Bob Knight has passed away. It's a sad day for the sports world. Man, I wanted to play for Bob Knight when I was a kid, so that makes me sad. And I didn't even grow up in Indiana. I just ended up living here later in life. That guy was the greatest basketball coach. Him throwing a chair across the floor in Bloomington was one of the most iconic things in sports, I think. Bob Knight. Back up front, Kyle Nadeau. 11 to go this time. And he's almost out to a second lead. So these guys have been right next to each other the whole time, and now we get into this last run. They're kind of spread out. And this is still, well, Paul has caught Dave. This is for 8th and 9th place, respectively. This now is the closest battle. Oh, Paul's going to look under Dave. Looks like Paul's got a little damage there. Little bang on the Mustang. And Paul entered turn 1 really low there. Able to make that pass on Dave Gainforth. Move Paul up to 8th. Dave back to 9th place. Just popped up on me. 10 to go. Kyle Nadeau is out here over a second lead. Looks like Jacob is falling back into Williams' clutches. These guys get racing side by side. That'll let Kyle just kind of pull away further. See if William can get to Jacob for second place, which will be a de facto win. It will be a points win. Kyle Nadeau does not get scored for these races. That's why we call him a bushwhacker. He's the only one out here tonight. The series has been opened up to all cyber drivers. They can run it. They have to start from the back. And they don't get scored any points. And they can't use their flex tape, their quick repair. Not allowed. 9 to go. Kyle Nadeau started in the back, worked his way to the front. Still looking on my track map. Guys, everything is just spread out with the exception of these two. Eight to go. Kyle Nadeau still out front. I'm not showing him because, well, he's just out there out front. This is the battle. The battle essentially for the win in points. These guys are fighting for a championship. It's nice to get up there and get the win, but Kyle's out to a 2-second lead almost. He gone. He has checked out. Yep, we're gonna do it. What else are we doing? Sitting here watching these two just ride around. I'm gonna run back through it. Put it up there. One mo again. Front row Kyle Nadeau. He's from Canada, Ontario. He's up front, drinking some maple syrup. Jacob Bowen in second, Reno, Nevada. William Kern. We don't know nothing about William. He's secretive. He's riding in third. Secret William Kern. Mark Morton in fourth. He's from Georgia. Ed Jurgen up from Jersey. He's in fifth. Sixth place, Matt Hall. Matt's another Canadian. Nate Dufton. Oh, he's Canadian again. Paul Turner lives out there in Sacramento. Dave Gainforth back here in ninth. Oh, another Canadian. Jeremy Flanagan from Pennsylvania. And again, Chris is he going. He put it on the hauler. Trying to get back to these two as fast as I could. I saw them get real close. They're starting to battle. 6 to go. It's time for William to try to get by Jacob here. Now is the time. Well, William, look, he's got to run. Is he going to take a peek? Is it time? Not quite. He gets back in line. Kyle's out to a 2-second lead, guys. He's out there. This is the battle. It's the one to watch. Into turn 3. That's where you set it up. Middle of turn 3, set up that pass, take it down the front stretch, and get him into turn 1. Williams looking, but we're under 10. Jacob can block now if he wants. 4 to go. I think these guys are teammates. I don't know how much he's going to block him. He did throw a mini block there. He's going to squeeze him down. Holy cow, that was close, fellers. Williams sent it. Jacob's going to be able to cross over here. Oh, Williams going to make it stick. No, Jacob's looking underneath. He's to his quarter. They're going to go side by side into turn 2. This gets sketchy. Hang on. You guys are fighting for, again, the win in points. Maybe not on racetrack, but the win in points. Don't wreck each other. Oh, that was close. Jacob checked up more than William thought he would, and William had to evade, go to the outside. These guys fighting. Kyle's almost to a 3-second lead. He just ran away. 3 to go. We'll show Kyle on his last lap. He's passing a lap car, right behind a lap car right now, but this is the battle, second place. Like Ed's kind of catching Mark back here. We're going to look back while they separated. He's not quite that close. Track map makes it look closer. Kyle out front got around that lap car. 3 to go. Back to the battle. Williams going to look under Jacob. Jacob's going to push him all the way down. Ride that middle of that racetrack. Back out to the wall. They will be side by side in turn 1. Oh, William pushes up. Jacob holds it there. William is going to clear this time. Saw this last time. Jacob crossed him over. It's like Williams got the speed. He's able to pull away from Jacob. See him stretch it out a little bit, but 3 seconds ahead. This guy, white flag this time, final lap. Front row, Kyle Nadeau, back to the front. Back to the front. What did I see back here? Ed has caught Mark. Oh, it looks like Mark got in the wall. Good. There's a lot of damage on the side of that car. That's allowed Ed to catch him. Ed gets around for fourth place. So your top three in points, William, Jacob, and Ed. 1, 2, 3. I think that's how they run in points as well. Front row, Kyle Nadeau, running away with it, stinking up the show, guys. It smells bad in here. Kyle just disappearing from everybody else. Tell you what, Williams kind of cut into that lead a little bit. Maybe if he had more time, which he doesn't, because Kyle's coming out of turn 3 down the front stretch. Across the finish line, scored up. Kyle Nadeau. William Kern in second. Jacob Bowen right behind him in third. All right, hang on, guys. I'll get those guys. We'll talk to them. Pull them all the way up here. Kyle, you done did it, bud. Was it the mid-race talk? Is that what helped you out?
I think so. I nailed pit road. That was great. Yeah, I think it was that mid-race pep talk from you. Look at that. You're a natural-born leader.
It happens every once in a while. Yeah, that pit stop is really what got you in the lead and allowed you to run away from these guys. You know, you come in behind them both, and then you went out ahead of them both. How'd that happen?
I don't know. It almost happened on the first stop, but I slid through my box a little bit and I came out fourth. But had I not had to back up, I probably would have came out first on that stop. I think it's just the Cup Series pit crew that I brought down to help me run this race. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've always struggled on pit road, and it was definitely a pit call or the pit road that won me this race today. Like Jacob and William are just so fast today. They were definitely really good at playing the teammate game. You know, they would take the draft away from me. Ooh, I'm dizzy. They would take the draft away from me down the front stretch, and it really felt like I was on my own, which, it's a good thing to feel.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of fun watching you come through the field again. Kyle, do you plan on running more races in this series this season, or?
Yeah, I do. I think there's a couple other ones.
Hey, your front right tire's not on the ground. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I think next week is Atlanta, so I will not be on the track for that one. I'll be spotting for Matt Hall. He had a nice top 5 run. I know he finished 6th, but top 5 because I don't get points or technically the credit for the win, but this is what it is. So I guess congrats to William on first and BTR. Oh, I guess Ed got by Mark there at the end.
Yeah, Ed did pass him. Hey, you like to yap? Let's just cut straight to the shout outs and thanks, Kyle, so I can get you out of here.
Yep. First of all, I want to give you thanks for putting on the broadcast. I want to thank my girlfriend for watching, my grandma for watching. My parents might not be watching. Oh, she's sputtering. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Probably not. Yeah, all right.
Well, we got that on TV.
Perfect. Where was I? Oh, yeah. WTF for being a great team. BTR for being a great team. Matt Hall for being a great teammate. Carter for being a great host. Everyone out here for being great racers. Yeah, it was a really clean, caution-free race.
Awesome. Congrats, Kyle, and hey, I'll see you on the track tomorrow, bub.
See you there, bud.
All right, get the yappy out of here. William, I was trying to get to you, but Kyle kept talking. Man, what a battle between you and Jacob. Talk us through your night, man.
We're teammates, dude. That was fun. We were both going for, I guess you could say technically the win. We're first of Xfinity drivers, but we're both going for that championship. We're teammates. We were trying to be rough, but not rough enough to wreck each other. So it was definitely a blast.
Yeah, I mean, in points on the books, it's going to go down as a win. Obviously, we know you finished second place, but dude, you're in a pretty good spot. You're leading the points. I think it's you, Jacob, and Ed top three in points, and you come out with you, Jacob, and Ed 1, 2, 3 on paper. How you feeling about this championship chase, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. There's a lot of good drivers out here, especially my teammates for BTR. It's going to be tough. We all, even though I got a decent lead. I believe once the playoffs start, we start back over at 3,000, if I remember correctly.
I believe that is correct. Yep.
Yep, yep. So it's going to be an even field again. So I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing and hope we get that championship trophy where it belongs.
Yeah, brother. Hey, I think you got a really good shot at it, man. It's been fun watching you so far this season, and I look forward to seeing you win more of these. Hey, I'm gonna turn it over to you. Let you give your shout outs and thanks, brother.
Like usual, I'd like to thank Cyber Thunder for putting on one heck of a league. I love racing in this league. Xfinity, truck. I've tried my luck with cup cars, but I think I have to practice with those a little bit on the off season. Thank my sponsors, Pride and Trust Painting, out of Rochester, New York. Bully Dog Coffee Company. Again, just type in BTR10 and you get 10% off on their website, which is bullydogcoffeecompany.com. And then obviously my painter of my cars, Carter Racing Paints. He's fantastic. You can find him on Trading Paints. Thank the wife for, cheering for me every night. And thank you for broadcasting.
My pleasure, William. Hey, congrats on paper win. Good job on the second, brother. That was a good run tonight. That was fun to watch.
Yes, sir. See you next week, man.
Yep. Kick old William out. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. I thought you had him, man. I thought you had it. And then right there at the end, William come and gotcha. Talk us through your night.
I felt like I had a pretty good night going there until I almost stalled it coming off pit road that last one and gave it to Kyle, and after that it was all over. I really didn't have anything to catch Kyle, and trying to do that, I gave William second.
Yeah, now we saw you on that first pit stop. Shoot, you picked up what, 2 spots just entering pit lane aggressively. That was pretty cool to watch.
I'm glad it was cool to watch, because sitting from my point of view, I needed a change of shorts. I
Well,
thought I was about to end both William and Kyle right there.
you did it safely though. You didn't hit anybody. Dude, how you feeling about your championship chase? I know you're chasing your teammate there, but I mean you guys finished in 1-2. You're 1-2 in points. I think Ed's third in points. He finished third on paper. How you feeling about this championship run?
I've been feeling pretty good about it. I would have felt better had I gotten the bonus points for winning there too. But you can't have all of it. I hope, I have my fingers crossed hoping that I got most laps led there. But I know I didn't come anywhere close to the fastest lap.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, we've got 2 races left in the regular season, and then you got a 7 race playoff. So I mean, we're just at halfway, Jacob. So long way to go, brother. I think you got a pretty damn good shot at it. It'd be pretty cool to send you a trophy. Kind of rooting for you. Don't tell you that. Uh, dude,
I
good
didn't
run.
hear it.
Good run tonight, man. I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mike, for putting on an amazing broadcast as always. Thank you, Kyle and Will, for being really awesome race mates there, I guess. It was fun racing around those guys all night, and congratulations, Will, for getting that on paper win. Thank you to my lovely girlfriend for always supporting me, and my mom for always rooting for me as well. To see if I can't go get myself a championship and be just like my idol, Mike Stiverson.
It's pretty cool seeing that trophy on the wall, man. I gotta tell you. Well, Jacob, I'm gonna kick you out. Maybe we'll talk to you next week, man, at Atlanta.
Let's see.
All right, get him out of here. Pull up your results. There they go. We talked to your top three. Front row, Kyle Nadeau, getting it done once again. William Kern in second. Jacob Owen in third. See Ed there in fourth. Mark Morton came home fifth. Matt Hall in 6th. Nate Dufton in 7th. Paul Turner jumped out here and came home in 8th. Dave Gain 4th and 9th. Jeremy Flanagan in 10th. And Chris Letts rounds out the field. Well, guys, it was fun. I enjoy Pocono. Hopefully next week at Atlanta is just as fun. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Later.